I want to say thank God it's Monday and greetings to all the TBCans all over the world. Today is Monday and it's another wonderful day in the TBC community. We have had a very busy day, broadcasters meeting at 2 p.m. West African time and weekly meeting at 3 p.m. West African time. And today at this hour when it's 4 p.m., we have our mass adoption training that takes place daily. So if you are coming here for the very first time, just know that this training takes place Monday through Friday when it's exactly 4 p.m. West African time. And we train you here how to make $1,000 a week. And of course, we also update you with some of the happenings in the community. All right, that being said, guys, I have some announcement for you. All right, I have some announcement for you. The first announcement you need to know is that the admin of TBC will not be present today. He's not feeling too well. So he wants to take some rest. I think he needs some rest. You know, the admin of TBC works a lot and it is but normal that he should rest. And of course, he's human, right? So it's but normal that once in a while, the body can be weak and it is natural for him to take some rest, okay? So don't expect to have the admin today. Probably tomorrow we pray that he feels better and he'll be joining us tomorrow. So he's resting right now, okay? So yeah. We are just going to do our thing. Our meeting is recorded. For those that want to watch and rewatch, always check my YouTube channel. You always have some of the trainings there, okay? And enjoy. So guys, oh my God, I think I need to set the keyword of the day, all right? Almost forgot. Yeah, so give me some few seconds here. Let me get the keyword of the day, right? So today we are going to discuss something very interesting. And remember that this is the month that we will be talking about merchants, okay? This is the month that we shall be talking about merchants. And we have a lot to talk about as far as merchants are concerned, okay? We have a lot to talk about because this is the moment that if we have more merchants coming on board, then we can easily speed up our growth and get one of the best results that we have ever expected. Okay, the keyword of the day, guys, the keyword of the day is system. System is the keyword of the day. So I'm just going to copy this. System is the keyword of the day. I'll put this on charts. Put this on chart. Yeah, system is the keyword of the day. So I'm just going to mute everyone now. Then we go into our presentation for today. So guys, we're going to give you access to speak. If you have something you want to say.
Good evening, sir.
All right, welcome everyone. So let's stay muted, okay? We'll be coming back to all the new people and everybody who wants to contribute. You're highly welcome to our training today. So let's get in details into what we want to discuss today. So system is the key word. Today we shall be talking about the system. Remember that one of the principles that we can use in order for us to succeed is to follow a system, all right, and duplicate what we have. Let's say if we have a system that we are using, all right, if the admin has given us the tools that we are using, we should use that tools, all right, and follow the system. We should not multiply. We should not try to create our own system. We should follow the system as it is so that we shall be able to enjoy the benefits that follows, okay? Now, last week on Friday, Anup and I did a lot of presentations where we actually explained to you how to get merchants on board, all right? We actually explained to you how to get merchant on board. We did a role play. And I want to say that, please, the training is just at my YouTube channel, okay? If you are not subscribed to this channel, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. This training is very important, how to bring in thousands of merchants in TBC. You should follow this channel, this training. We did that on Friday, and you'll be able to have lots of information there, because today we shall do a kind of follow-up from there and explain to you more what is coming, because there is a huge benefit coming. Now subscribe to that channel. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, please do so now, as you will always have notification. Click the notification. When you subscribe, you always have notification coming, because lots and lots of information will be shared to you, and you can always have that on that channel. Now, today, let me first of all, I want to go through this presentation again, all right? When you look at what we have here, all right, this presentation, all right, the admin actually shown us last time how to begin a relationship, all right, between a cash register and a QR code, all right? And, you know, what we should be doing is going to meet these merchants and tell them that we can help them to receive $175,000 this year. All right, that's what we should be telling these merchants. And obviously they'll be asking that, how can that be possible? We are looking for 1,000 participating household wanted, all right? We are looking for 1,000 participating households. And for that to happen, each person will have an account with us, because we want to unite for food and help people to cut down their food bill in half. And each account, they have this, they have the QR code. So what you need to do, if you go to your Kringle Cash back office, okay? If you go to your Kringle Cash back office and you click on marketing, you have United for Food. When you click on United for Food, yeah, then you download the PDF documents, okay? If you download the PDF document, then you have the United for Food, the QR codes that will help you. All right, so you have this QR code. For each and every account, you have yours. And you can scan this and get to the registration page. When you scan this, you get to the registration page. And I want to advise that if you cannot scan with your phone, try to go to your Apple Play Store and download the app QR barcode scanner, okay? The barcode scanner, QR barcode scanner. When you download that, okay, when you download that, let me show you like what I have in my phone here. So for that to scan, very easy, let me show you. Go to your phone and you download QR codes, barcode scanner. You can have it here. When you download, you're going to have it like this. You can easily scan. You can easily scan it like this. So if I go out from here, for those of you having the Android, you'll find it here. You have something like this. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? So you have something like this. Hope you can see this. All right, you have something like this, QR barcode scanner. You have that. QR barcode scanner is right here, all right? It's right here, QR barcode scanner. Hope you can see that. Yeah, because some people are saying that they can't see, they can't scan. You just, when you put this app, it's very easy for you to download. When you download, you can easily scan. You can scan anything you want. Yeah, no problem. QR barcode scanner. That way, you're going to have it downloaded without any stress. You can easily scan anything without having any stress. So guys, do everything possible to download that, okay? All right, that being said, let me continue sharing my screen. All right, let me continue sharing my screen here. And let's go back to our presentation, right? So each account has its own barcode. When you download this, the QR code, you can easily scan and it will lead you to the registration page. One thing you should know is that when you establish this relationship, okay, with a merchant, you make the merchant to understand that we work with a large private organization that has dedicated a massive percentage long-term of their monthly funding to food subsidies. Shopping with us will cut your food bill in half because these subsidies allow us to sell the food products for less than we paid for them. The target price in cash spent for all of our food products for sale is 50% of the regular retail price compared to local retailers of the same exact products. That's what you are making the merchant to understand. Now you can set up the QR code. All right, you can set up a QR code, and like I showed you last time, this I've actually worked on this, and right now I'm working to see that. Let me show you. I already got mine. It's right here with me. I have this. Okay, I have this already, and I'm working to see that all the merchants that I'm bringing on board, they should also have this, because I'll be going into a kind of partnership with them. I'll be going to kind of partnership with them. So when you have this inserted in the merchant's store, all right, when you have this when you arrange this and have it in the various store where you have the merchants and clients coming in, they can easily scan, they can easily get you clients. Imagine 1,000 people, a merchant sending 1,000 people to you. And if you have 10 of those merchants, okay? So my target is to start, all right? I'm starting with, let's say, I'm setting up this with at least 10 merchants. And if 10 merchants is sending me at least, let's say in a month, if 10 merchants is sending me, let's just say the performance is not good, all right? The performance is not good. Let's say 10 merchants sending me at least 10 clients per day, right? That is 100 clients per day that I'm talking to. I'm just saying that this is the minimum in worst case scenario, okay? In worst case scenario, if I set up this in the stores of 10 merchants, and each of them, they are sending me 10 merchants per day, all right? 10 merchants per day. Now, per month, let me just take a minimum of 25 days times 25, all right? 25. So I will be having like 2,500 merchants, or sorry, people to talk to. And if just 500 of them paid their program fee for that month, all right? If just 500 of them paid their annual fee, all right? That's going to be 500 times $175. And that looks like a small, nice income. Let me quickly call Anup here. Anup, does that look like a small, nice income? Actually, that is what is going for merchant, however. And the admin is putting something that I'm about to announce, because that goes to the merchant. But however, admin is saying that he is going to put in something, all right? Before I call Anup, let me quickly explain this. That is going to the merchants, right? And now, let's say that admin has announced, or as I'll be telling you, for those of you who were in the weekly meeting today, in the bounty areas, admin is going to put in a kind of partnership, all right? Partnership bounties or partnership Bitcoin bounties, where as we help these merchants, make money, we are going to go into an agreement with the merchant within a month, all right, which is a renew, you can always renew that contract with the merchant, so that as you help the clients, all right, as you help the clients coming on board, as they pay their bound or their program fee, you shall be earning some percentage as partnership from the merchant's account. So they are building the system. Admin says they are working on it, and they will build a system where, as we build in the merchants, as we help them to pay, we shall be earning extra partnership Bitcoin bounties coming from these merchants. Anup, let me call you. What do you think about what the admin is putting in place and my analysis? That's just a small analysis on what we can actually make per month, you know?
Yeah, I mean, those numbers are amazing numbers, right? And that's just beginning numbers. The way you can scale this out significantly more than what we're even mentioning here, you know. We're talking about the opportunity to create hundreds of thousands of dollars in basically recurring income for yourself,
right,
as a closer, essentially, working with businesses and creating partnerships with businesses. So when we're talking about earn $1,000 a week, you know, when we're talking about earn $175,000 in a year, those are all small numbers. Those are all benchmark numbers. We're really setting up systems now where you can exceed those numbers in a single month. That's serious. And you guys know, like, the more Bitcoin bounties you have coming in, the more power you have with TBC as well. Because as TBC starts rolling into the economy phase, you know, things will be 50% TBC, 50% cash. So if you don't have the cash portion, you know, even though you have the TBC side, you're kind of stuck. So this is a good way to really build a cash flow for yourself now. That way, as we enter the economy phase, you'll have the cash flow to finance and purchase and everything like that.
right, right. And imagine that you see the simple analysis that I did here. Just imagine that this is $887,500 per month. And imagine that if you just have to make 20% of this, like if I divide this 0.2, if I'm not mistaken, is that correct? No.
Multiply by 0.2.
Multiply, yeah, that was 87,500. All right, so multiply that by 0.2, okay? So you will be actually making $17,500 a month if the merchant decide that, okay, now that you are helping me to make money, I'm going to give you just 20% of the revenue that is coming in while you train my people. I don't have time. The merchant is busy. Yeah. And since the merchant is busy, he's giving you 20% of his revenue. That's just your negotiation with them. Some might even give you 30%. Some might even give you, who knows, 50-50. Who knows? So all just depends.
And Mbe, yeah. This is just one merchant, correct?
This is in case, actually I took a general case of 10 merchants where
10 merchants.
Each person is sending me just 10 people per day.
Okay.
Now we can take another case of one merchant. Let's assume that a merchant is able to send you, we have a merchant that is sending you 10 persons per day. All right. 10 can be like, this is the worst case scenario. I know this is a worst case scenario. I'm not saying that this is a middle case or I don't know, top case, but this is the worst case. 10 only times, let's say times 10 times 30 days. Maybe let's just take 25 days, like some Sundays, the stores are not open. So we have 250 people for one merchant. And let's say out of the 250, we have just about, let's say 50. This is a worst case scenario. 50 persons pay annual fee. All right, times 50, that's 175. All right, so we are still making 8,750 USD, Anu. And now this is going to the merchant. Now we multiply this. The merchant gives you 20% of this. 20%. This is for one merchant. All right. We are taking just worst case. This is the worst case we can ever think about. So times 0.2. All right. 0.2. We are making $1,750 for a worst case. Means that you have not made anything. I know that $2,000, actually, it might be something not too big in the US, but I tell you, in most of the African and Asian countries, this is huge. This is huge.
Yeah, even $2,000 a month is pretty huge for them. I mean, but this is just one merchant. Wow, and like, for me, I spent 5 hours in the city and I talked to 45 interested merchants, you know?
Wow.
Just in one day.
Just in one day. I know, just imagine that we multiply this. It's a worst case scenario. So we are multiplying this times 45 merchants. Boom!
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, 45 merchants in a city. $78,750. Remember, we are taking worst case scenario and the smallest percentage a merchant can actually partner with you, 20%. Some people negotiate 30, some negotiate 40. All will just depend on what the admin will put in place for us to negotiate, go into a kind of partnership with them. So guys, worst case scenario as compared to what the admin is putting on place, we are actually going to make a lot as we build this merchant base. I don't know whether people are really getting this because I really want to go step by step so that people understand exactly what we are talking about. Guys, are you getting the picture? Do you want to say something or you want to ask a question concerning this? Because this is very, very important. What we are showing you here is very, very important. If you feel like you don't understand this particular point, lift up your hands. We can see you and call you so that you can ask your question. We're going to ask a question about what we are explaining here because the admin is going to build something for us. Let's take TBC World Economy. You can unmute yourself, TBC World Economy. Okay, just need to unmute. TBC World Economy, I don't know what happened. Let's take Dacias King. Dacias King. Can unmute.
Hello?
Hey, Dacias, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, bro? I forgot. You're, what is it, Mabi?
B, or just call me Jerry.
That's Mbe.
Right.
What's going on, guys?
Great. And you over there?
No, so I had a question with the merchant. Like, okay, so how did you guys get to this, that figure when, I think I seen a merchant video about, you guys said something about 175K
right.
to help them achieve. And so how would they be able to do this? Because I have a merchant friend I was mentioning to Anoop about that,
right.
my first store guy that I'm going to sign up here this Thursday before the deadline date for my rep reports.
So Dacias, how many people would you say that merchant, your friend there, how many people would you say go in and out of his store in a single month?
I would say he's like a neighborhood small store, but he sells cigarettes and candy and snacks and stuff. So it's about those kind of people. So I'll say a good average. Would you say how within what, a week, or are you talking about
within a month? Within a whole month.
Yeah, I say at least probably get about at least 50 people coming in a day, and that's just being very conservative at a worst case scenario type deal.
Right.
Yeah. So let's do 50 times 30 real quick. That's around 1,500 people in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're looking at 1,500 people in a month, now the way we're getting that 175,000 number is if a person, whether they're paying monthly or annually over the course of the year, it's around $175 in commission. Whether they pay monthly or annually, so it's $175 in commission to the business owner. Now your friend there, he's got 1,500 people that are going in and out of that store in a single month. So if you take that number, and most of those people are probably not like super high income earners, so they would be definitely interested in what we have going on, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you take 1,500 and multiply that by 175, let me do that real quick. That's actually $262,000, $262 and $500. So that's just coming in from a single month's flow of customers. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So how would how would he be able to pique their interest?
Correct. Good question.
That's on the part that will encourage them to really participate in something like this. Even though there is a lot of excitement going on with crypto, so I could see that they're getting excited about it, but it would be, how would that really encourage them to really be a part of this kind of ecosystem?
So go ahead, Mbe.
All right. Before Anoop come in and add some fine point to that, let me just say, King, that you tell a merchant that are you willing to cut your food bill in half, because we are looking forward to set up food subsidy centers around the world. So let's assume that each merchant that you sign up, he has the QR code from his account. Now you ask him, how would you like to cut your food bill in half? The merchant said, okay, it's a good idea. Now you tell the merchants, we want to help all your clients to cut their food bill in half. And by so doing, you make money in the process. And when the merchant said, okay, how would that happen? He said, we're going to set up this, a kind of a stand. This is just the simplest one I have here from your account. And when a clients come, they are going to build a relationship, all right? There'll be a relationship to be built between the clients and the cashier or the person. Let me quickly come here. The cashier, let me go through this presentation and show you. So the cashier will receive a client, the client of the merchant. I don't know, if the merchant, if it's a small store and we just have the owner of the shop, no problem. So we'll build this in their store. Each time a client comes, you ask, would you like to cut your food bill in half? And the client said, yes. He said, okay, go there, come here and go here, scan and do your registration. You scan here, it will lead you to a registration page and you sign up now in our Kringle community. So when the client sign up, he signs up under the merchant, okay? He signed up under the merchant. And now the clients will now give you a business card. Let's say, King, you left your business card here. The clients has actually scanned the registration page and sign up. Then the cashier will actually give you a card showing that you are an economic developer, United for Food. They are interested to cut down their food bill in half. So the client will now call you, King. He will now call you and you will pick up an appointment with the clients. And when you pick up that appointment, through that appointment, the client will pay, maybe a Zoom call, you can bring him to a presentation, and now the clients will now pay. So when the clients pays, the money goes, or 50% goes to your merchant, 50%. But however, the admin is setting up a system that will permit us that once the client pays, as the merchant receive 50%, you will go into a deal because he'll be sending a lot of people to you. The merchant is so busy. He has no time to be training people. You are the one to be training his people. So you'll be earning some percentage of his income as his clients actually pay to take part in our food subsidy center that we want to build. I don't know whether that is understood, King.
Just the part I think we'll still be curious on. I don't know if they would be able. Well, after they see the presentation, I guess I think I don't know. But I want to present it to them. I already told them about it, about this awesome opportunity to a small degree of level. But I guess he's gonna want to get more curious about just they get the grocery bill cut in half. How do you do that process? And and also the benefits of TBC and why is it so important for them to start there? I think that will probably click better, but I think there'll still be questions on how does this really, really cut the grocery bills in half for people and stuff. And that's all. And
okay, let me let Anu come in here. Then Anu.
Yeah, so with that, basically that entire process is explained through a presentation. So as we're bringing on merchants, basically we'll also have a specific presentation to onboard the merchant, right? So if when you talk to the merchant, say, all right, so now that we've got we've got our little arrangement here set up, I want to onboard you on a training where you can get a full understanding of what we have going on. You get them on that training, you get them basically understanding everything we have from top to bottom, from United for Food down to TBC, down to the rotator funding, everything, okay? They get all of that information, they have all of that knowledge, and now they go into and sharing United for Food with their customers with that knowledge in mind. And then for you, for example, so we talked about the numbers for your friend there. He has 1,500 people paying $175 over the course of the year. That's around $262,000, right? And if you have just a 20% partnership agreement with him, that's $52,500 for you just from that single merchant.
Okay. Well, I guess, yeah. All right. I would like more of that merchant side on the presentation side, because I just want to make sure that he can see this crystal clear. There won't be any kind of like iffies, ifs, ands, and buts about it. But I know he's I brought up to him before about a Bitcoin opportunity, and I got him excited about that, but not this one. I told him this one is going to be a really great change for him. So he's really excited and really looking for a really true life-changing opportunity. So then, like I said, he knows a lot of people in my community, and I just want him to make sure that you guys are delivering everything you say you're doing. It's hitting on point. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so for him, typically when I'm approaching a merchant, I'm not actually talking about the TBC side of things in the initial conversation. I'm only talking about United for Food. And then they'll be learning about TBC once they actually get on the merchant presentation itself, how everything works. That's kind of how we're doing that. That's how I'm doing that anyway. And that's been working for me. When you see, this is for you, it sounds like this is somebody, so it's a little bit of a different story how you approach them. But like when you're approaching somebody you don't know, you're basically coming from the place of, hey, so let's say Dashis, that you own let's say you own a comic book store in Omaha there. All right. You with us?
It looks like he's muted. Okay, you cannot mute, Dashis.
Oh no, yeah, I'm still here. Sorry about that. I thought go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, so let's say you own a comic book store and you get, let's say you're a smaller store, you just get 100 people a month. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I would come in your store, I'd be like, hey, is the owner of do you want to we'll just do a role play real quick. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, anything. Awesome. Anytime. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll do that. So I'm coming into your store, and then I see you, in the store itself. I don't know who you are. I don't know nothing about you. I've never seen you before in my life. So I'm coming into your store. I'm saying, hey, is the owner of this comic book store around today?
No, he's taking care of other business or something.
Okay, I got you. I'm actually looking to talk to him. Is there any way I can get his information?
Sure. What is this what is this about?
Yeah, so I'm an economic developer with United for Food, and we're running a campaign in the local community here. We're looking to develop the local economy and, help families save money on food products. So we're actually building food centers in town that families can go to and shop for groceries at half cost. Like I said, we are a humanitarian organization. So I kind of just wanted to talk to him about a partnership opportunity where he can earn basically commissions for his business in exchange for referring individuals that are coming in and out of the comic book shop to United for Food.
Sounds like a great idea. Yeah, it sounds like something he'd be interested in.
All right, cool. Well, since he's not around right now, could I get his information, maybe a direct business email that he checks, or a personal business number that he actually checks? That way I can get in contact with him and talk to him about what we got going on.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, cool. So that's exactly how I did run it when I was going in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So King, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's awesome. I like Anoop was saying, I have a personal relationship with him, so he's not just any old business owner. So we're good close friends. So it's a no-brainer. Anything I pretty much say, he's going to be with it. It's just I just want to make sure he's really excited about it, because he's been let down a lot. So it's just something I want to bring to him that it's real excitement. It's real life-changing. I want to keep that kind of energy and that kind of hope alive, and that, because he's really doing a lot of stuff in the community. He's a very active community type of person. And
Yeah.
so a lot of people kind of look up to him a lot. So this is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to start doing, in addition to the closer presentations for closers I'm doing daily, we'll start scheduling a few weekly presentations for merchants. So specifically for merchants. So
Yeah.
it'll be catered to and designed for a merchant. So we can get him on a merchant presentation. And then I'll actually communicate all that information to him. That way he can hear it from me, because I do have that understanding there. So I can give him that clarity, and then he has that going forward, and you know, he'll be fully informed.
Okay, appreciate that, guys. I appreciate your time, man.
Great.
Alrighty.
And also, King, you might want to also come to, if you want to know more about our United for Food program, since you don't want to talk to the person about TBC, whatever, you can just go to the website unitedforfood.us and you click on about. And from there, you're going to read a lot about this. In fact, it's a summarized message that is talking about the United for Food program. So you can just read that from there. So for the meantime, you want to invite a person on a presentation, like you and Anup can pick up a program during one of his presentation so that he can clarify the person and make him understand exactly what we are about to do. Because if you go directly and start talking about TBC, he might get confused, too much information. No, he's a merchant coming on board, and we stick to the system, and then the rest you understand as we move forward. All right, King, you're muted. Sorry about that.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys. Like I was saying, I wanted to make sure that everybody is understanding what the admin is putting in place for us very soon. Like I said, admin will be putting up a partnership Bitcoin bounty so that as we help the merchant to grow, we shall be earning some percentage in Bitcoin bounties as the merchant grows. So all of us grows together. Imagine that we want merchants to get at least 1,000 customers to participate. While he earns $175,000, if we have an agreement with the merchants, we also have something from that $175,000. So that is where we are going, guys. So merchant can get started for just $300. Okay, merchant can get started for just $300. And one of the most interesting things is that merchants, they have the money. Once they understand what we are doing, then they can easily get started with that. Everybody wins. Okay, so help us find 1,000 participating households so we can set up a food subsidy center in town. Guys, it's very important for us to note that for any city to become a priority, we need 1,000 people participating, paying their program fee. Once we have 1,000 people participating in a particular city, they shall be at the priority because we need 20,000 people globally in the mass adoption and 1,000 people in each city. So if you want your city to be at priority for the food subsidy center to be set up in your area, then get 1,000. And merchants, like the way we are saying it, merchants are going to help us do this as fast as possible. Right, Anup?
Yeah, and then I'll let you guys hear about something I'm actually working on right now. I did talk to the admin about this, and he's pretty interested in it. So today I have a meeting with a national, so this is mainly for America, but it may also work internationally. You'll just have to look into that yourselves and see the logistics of it. But what I'm doing in America is I'm speaking to basically a company that has door-to-door salesmen, okay? So they have thousands of door-to-door salesmen nationally, and those door-to-door salesmen are looking for different opportunities to work with. So what that looks like for me is I can have a team of, let's say, 10 door-to-door salesmen, maybe 10 people going out and talking to businesses every single day. Now, I don't actually have to go out and talk to those businesses. I can just focus on handling the inflow of clients from the businesses that are coming in. And the door-to-door salesmen will have a commission agreement with me, and we'll have that on my end. And that way I'm building an agency of a sort, and positioning myself to do higher level work there. But you know, if you have 10 businesses or 10 door-to-door salesmen just bringing in 10 businesses per day, and like I said, I brought in 45 in one day, but let's say they just bring in 10 per day, it's 100 businesses in a single day. Now, if you take those numbers and you take Mbe's example, for example, that he did earlier, he did his numbers on 10 businesses earlier.
Right.
We're talking about 10 times that. So if you multiply those numbers by 10, that's the kind of numbers we're talking about every single day, just through leveraging a team there. So I'm working on that now, looking into the logistics of it. We'll see how that plays out. You know, it might be good for America, but you also might be able to get it going on in international countries. If you have to build a team of people that go out and talk to businesses, it's worth your time because the financial gain on that is significant.
Right. That's true. It's really significant. And let's look into that. And of course, we have many countries that they have companies that actually train people to do door-to-door sales or marketing. So it's kind of interesting. I know we'll be seeing how that will be unfolding at your end. And of course, we shall also be learning from that. All right, guys, we are gradually moving into the second hour of the day, and we want to make sure that you understand what do you think about the partnership Bitcoin bounties. Let us hear from the members. What do you think about the partnership Bitcoin bounties that the admin want to include in our back office, where we can set up an agreement between the merchants and ourselves as we sign up all their clients and earn commission? Let's hear from Alexander. Alexander, unmute yourself. Okay, Alexander, unmute.
All right. All right. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon, fellow TBCs. I would like to also encourage ourselves, just a little while, about our global community. We need to force ourselves to work hard to bring more people on board, because some of us here, we are just a listener, not doer. You shouldn't supposed to be a listener. You're supposed to be the listener and both doer. Because if you see how the admin and Mr. Mbe, the way you people are talking about this TBC global community, is something like we just came to Zoom meeting, but after the Zoom meeting, we just relax without be the doer of the our assignment is supposed to do. When we come together and we all form as a united, we can push this business and do our possible best as much as we can to bring more people on board. Soon we can reach that 11,111 people on board, rather than for us to relax and sit and waiting for some of us to go out there and bring more people. If we are not come together, you will find some things very difficult. But when we come together and work hardly as a one team, soon we will reach our destination. Thank you very much. This is some of my encouragement.
Great contribution, Alexander. Okay, let's hear from Newton Theophilus. Newton?
Yes, Ambassador, just a quick question.
Right.
You referred to the Google app Play Store for the QR barcode reader.
Right.
But there are so many of them. Which one do you recommend?
Are you using Android or
Android, please.
You have barcode you have QR arrow and barcode scanner. Can you find that? Let me try to see if I can have it here.
Mbe, you should be able to search it on your laptop so you can share screen. And
yes, there's a QR and barcode scanner, then QR and barcode reader, scanner.
Hold on, let me see if I can have it here.
Okay.
I'm actually using Apple. I don't know if you'll be able to.
Oh, you are using Apple.
Yeah,
Okay.
so for that, just search Google Play Store on Google, and you'll be able to pull up that website.
Oh, you think all of them are equally good?
Yeah, the truth is, they are good. You can just get one that you can use. I think. Let me get this.
Emmanuel, let me see the one you're showing.
Yes, in the barcode, you
Let me
can
share my
find.
screen. Let me share my screen.
Yes, Mbe will share it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that there are so many of them.
No problem. Just hold on. Let me get this. Let me pull this out.
Okay.
QR code. Let me show you what I'm using. Anybody can. All right. Let me share my screen. Actually, this is what we are talking about. I actually have this. I have this QR code back. This is what I have on my phone. So yeah, I'm sure any of this can work.
Okay.
Yeah, any of this can work. So, but this is what I have actually. Once you have this, each time you want to scan, you just click on it and then you point it to the QR code which you want to scan, and it will pick it from there.
Okay, that one is Gamma Play. So I'll look for the Gamma Play maybe.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that nearly all of this one can work. Just select any one you want.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. So, all right. I know. Moving on to still on our commission or the partnership. Bitcoin bounty that the admin is putting in place. And do you realize that this is also another great way to make income, especially for people like us that we are training lots and lots of people, lots of teams. I train a lot of people that are not even my direct sponsor. I train people from France, from Dubai, from the US, Belgium, and other European countries. So, Anup, do you find another business opportunity, another way for us to make more money in this case?
Let's put some perspective on that, right? So let me share my screen real quick and pull up a calculator.
Right.
1 second. So let's see here. Okay, so calculator. Now we're talking about, so what I was saying with having a team of door-to-door people, let's say you just have a team of 10, okay?
Right.
And they go out and they bring on 10 businesses a day. So that's 100 merchants a day. Now let's use Mbe's number where each of those merchants only bring in 10 people per day. So we're going to play conservative numbers so you can see just how powerful all of this is. So just 10 people per day from all of those businesses. That's 1,000 people per day from those businesses. Now we'll do even more conservative numbers, just 25 days in a month.
Right.
Okay, so 25,000 people in a month. Now let's say they're not even doing annual, even though that's what we're aiming for. That's what we're positioning for. Let's say they're just doing monthly. Okay.
Right.
We're just going to play as conservative as possible. So just $15 here times $15. So this is $375,000 in a single month, right? Now that's coming to the merchants. Okay. Now you have, let's say you only have a 20% partnership agreement with the merchants. So times 0.2, $75,000. And you didn't talk to a single business. So of course you'll have to pay, you'll have to pay out your team there as well, as your door-to-door people. So that will be an expense for you.
Right.
But let's say 10 people in a single month of work. Let's say you're paying out 50% of that. So you're still earning $37,500 and you didn't go speak to any businesses. All you did is handle the inflow of people. And you saw we used the lowest numbers possible. You can have a team of 10 people easily bringing on 25, 30 businesses a day, which all easily bring in 10, 50, 75 people a day, 10 people a day is very low. Most businesses have far more than 10 people a day coming in and out of that place.
Correct. Correct.
So we played super conservative numbers, and we're talking about $37,000, $37,500. Now times 12, that's almost $500,000 in commissions in your year there, which is serious, you know. And yeah. So, you know, for those of you that are seeing this kind of stuff and then just going out after the meeting and not really taking action, you know, just think about it. What would $500,000 in commissions do for your life? You know, like, what would that look like for you? How would that be? And that's what's available to you through this opportunity. If you really use actual numbers, like, for example, if I put in the numbers that I've already seen, 45 businesses in a single day, and use those kind of numbers, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, not, you know, not $35,000 or $37,000 a month.
And Anu, just imagine the excitement this is going to create immediately we get the food subsidy center set up. Imagine the number, the influx of merchants that we are going to have accepted, especially when they can see and something's already happening. And imagine when we start creating videos, because what I'm going to do, Anup, is that as I start this, I'm going to be documenting it as merchants come in, as they're signing, as clients come to the merchants, as they're signing up. You know, I'm already trying to build a team that we can actually go get these merchants on board and their clients. Now, imagine the excitement this is going to cause. Immediately, we start making videos showing to the people how people are getting excited. Imagine the influx of merchants that will still accept this opportunity at that moment. So I think this is a great plan for the way forward. And before you know it, if we implement all this, before you know it, in a very short period of time from now, we should be done with our distribution, Anu.
Yeah. I mean, with this kind of growth and these kind of numbers, we can be done with distribution in like 6 months, not even by the end of the year.
Yeah, and if people are not very, very careful, they are not even going to have a position in the rotator.
Yeah. Yep.
And wow. So guys, it's time for us to seize this opportunity and make this happen. You just need to get these few merchants on board. I'm selecting merchants that their places are very busy so that I'll be having lots of calls coming in, because the main thing is to have calls coming in, people plugging on your Zoom meeting. A time will come when we might just be having Zoom meeting 24/7, because the way I want to structure my own, even if I'm not present, my team should be doing presentation. I know, I tell you, very soon we'll need like many assistants to take part during presentation, even when we are not there.
Yeah. You can pay if you're bringing in $100,000 a month. You can perfectly afford to pay somebody $10,000 a month to do all the presentations for you.
Of course.
And that's $100,000 a year for them, so they'll be happy to do that.
Very
because that's great money. And then now you just freed up all your time and you just oversee your business there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And if you are having $500,000 million coming to you in a month, or say in a year, I know in less than 2 years from now, we can realize any project. We can develop any sector that we have passion for, and that exclude the rotator fundings. Because don't forget that immediately we finish with the distribution, we have rotator fundings that are coming on board. We have people signing up for merchants. Imagine all this put together. I think that we can do lots and lots of things and grow our society. So, guys, are we seeing the big picture?
Yeah.
So let's hear from Emmanuel. Emmanuel, let's hear your contribution.
Yes. Thank you very much, Anoop, for your great information that you guys have given us. And previously, you said that you guys gave additional weekly presentation for merchants. I'm just wondering, this presentation is just for the merchant that is already registered, or there is even to those that they are willing to be registered and they want to know more about about this project?
I haven't started that yet. I'm going to be starting that now.
Yeah.
Since we're going to be having merchants coming in. So
Yes.
that will specifically be a new merchant presentation. Like just like how we have the new member presentations, I'll do a new merchant presentation a few times a week. That way we can schedule the merchants that are coming in to learn about everything we have going on, learn about the rotator, learn about the real opportunity of what we're presenting them, and become a part of our community at the highest level. Because, you know, it's cool if the merchant is just only knows about United for Food and everything like that. That concept in itself will work. But what's even more powerful is if the merchant gets exposed to everything our community is doing and becomes an active member in our community and actually starts going out, helping us expand and grow as well. You know, we're not just talking about duplication, we're talking about multiplication here.
That is it. That is it.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, go ahead, Emmanuel. Another question?
Yes, and it's when it's your project approximately in the near future, when it can be.
The merchant presentations, you mean?
Yes.
I mean, I can start if you've got merchants that need a presentation, I can start doing it as soon as tomorrow, you know? Yeah. I mean, I'll basically it'll be based on demand. However, if we have merchants coming in every single day to where I need to start doing a merchant presentation every day, and then reduce the amount of new member presentations I'm doing, I can do that. I can do because right now I'm doing around 4 to 5 new member presentations a day. So I can cut that down, and then have a scheduled merchant presentation every single day as well.
Yeah, I'm just asking you, and I ask you deeply on this question. It's because we, the Eritrean and Ethiopian community, that we are in the TBC community. We are in the TBC community. The merchant that we have, the merchant that we have all around the world, it's a quite different and difficult to reach, and it was planned to make this happen. So we have to make sure when it will start. So we will bring all these merchants to the project. That was the main project that I had.
Yeah, as soon as you got merchants, I can start doing merchant presentations. You know,
Cool.
It's no problem.
Yes, we will start
Right.
working with it. Yes, sir.
And
Thank you very much, Anu.
You can always download this PDF flipped book and
Yes.
try to. We have it in our Kringle Cache. You can always download this in the marketing area, and we have been actually doing a lot of training. But if you need support, like Anup said, you can always reach out to him. You know, and the PDF presentations for those that don't know where it is found, you can always come here and you have it right here. You can download it here. And for those that speak French, you can get it here in French. So that is it. Everything is there on the dashboard, but if you need somebody to follow you up with your merchants, then here we are. Anup says that it's available to help you out. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. This is one of the best. This is honestly, in my opinion, the best income opportunity in the entire world right now. I've been around highly lucrative sales opportunities before, and this is actually better than those. It was already good, you know, it was already really great, 175,000 a year. In addition to the TBC and everything else, the rotator, everything like that was already great. But now we're building structures to where it's going to be $175,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? So this is like most high level salespeople. If they're doing around that money in a month, they're very happy, like very high level people, you know, and then of course there's people that do, you know, $100,000 deals and stuff like that, of course. But the fact that you can make this kind of money on a $300 ticket item, you know, something that costs $300 per year is amazing.
Of course.
You know, it's the structure and the system that the admin built. That's why today's keyword is system. He spent millions of dollars building this system. You know, and he's investing cash reserves right now to build the partnership in the back end. You know, he heard about what we talked about on Friday. Mm-hmm. He realized, oh, this is great. I'm going to invest in this system and have it integrated into the back office. You know, he didn't have to do that. He chose to do that. Correct. And we need to recognize that as a community, because he's trying to help us succeed. That's why he's doing that. He's trying to help us succeed.
I know. Let's take a simple example. We are about 250 right now in this call. And imagine that we have to, each and every one of us just get 10 merchants per day, all right? With all this system, the structure that is in place, we have 250 in this call. And each of us, like, I want to put in at least 10 merchants per day. We have 10 merchants per day, all right? And I know this is 2,500 merchants. Now, each of these merchants is helping us to sign up at least, I don't know, should I say 10? I know, should I just say 10?
Yeah, let's just do 10. Let's do the bottom number here, just
right,
10.
Right. So let's say each of these merchants helps us to sign up 10 persons. That is 25,000 people we are signing up a day times a month. Times a month. Let's take 25 days times 25 days. Woo! You see that in a month, we are having 625,000 people that are coming into our community.
Yep. The billionaire program should be filled out in the next month and a half.
Correct. Because there is no reason why we have all this structure. We have the QR code that is put in place, and we have everything. We are earning commission from the merchants as they sign up their clients. Oh my God, what are we talking about, Anu? This is not going to be a child's play anymore. This is now serious business.
And then on top of that, so let's say everybody gets a team of 10 door-to-door salesmen. So just multiply that by 10 for numbers' sake.
6 million.
We are having 6 million a month. Yeah. So a month we have 6 million coming. And then times 12.
This is per month. Yeah,
this
times 12.
Yeah. So honestly, it's going to be kind of exponential, whether we like it or not, because it's not even going to be like this. Even if I multiply this times 12, obviously there is kind of exponential growth. And we are going to have, 75 million people in a year.
Yeah.
Woo!
But this is assuming all of these people don't talk to anybody else, right? Every time any one of these people gets in this program and sees what we're doing, they're going to talk to at least 5 to 10 people about it, you know?
Right. Correct. And imagine that if we already have thousands of food subsidy centers set up around the world with all this system put in place. Oh my God. One of the most exciting things is that the merchants now, I know they will now find reason to start accepting some percentages in TBC now because they have value. They have value. They are making Bitcoin bounties. They are earning transactions as they come into the community. You know, I think distribution should finish within the shortest time period.
Yeah. So because like when I first joined TBC 2 months ago, right? I heard 1 billion members and I was like, okay, this might take 3 to 5 years, right? The admin told me on that first Zoom call conversation I had with him when I raised my hand on the mass adoption training. He said, no, this is going to happen this year. And I thought that was crazy, right?
Right.
At that point in time. Now that I see these numbers, I think 1 year is too long. It's too long. We can do it in a few months.
Correct.
We can do it in a few months.
If we do it in a year, we are lazy. We are just lazy. So
in
a few months, we get it done and we are done. In fact, we get it done and we are done. And we start enjoying the economy phase. We start making TBC spendable for everybody. And that is how lots and lots of companies will start coming in. And imagine that we have 50 million merchants within a year from now. If we have like that's like the admin's plan where we must have completed distribution, we have 50 million merchants within a year from now. And tell me what kind of thing that we want that we are not going to afford. As far as we have the community, we have our society that is well organized, well structured, and we have 50 million merchants. Woo!
Yeah. And at that point in time, you'll be able to go to the Apple store, you know, at that point in time, you'll be able to go to the Apple store and, you know, spend TBC. It'll be like that. That's what's on the way. That's what you have to realize. Those kind of things are on the way. You'll be able to spend TBC at major corporate stores.
Of course.
Amen.
All right, guys,
Okay.
we are in the second hour of our meeting. Please feel free to ask a question. All right, feel free to ask a question. And there's something you don't understand, raise your hand and we can answer your question. Okay, we can answer your question. If you have a reaction, what do you think about all what we are discussing here? Raise your hands. Let's hear from you. All right, you can always raise your hands. Let's hear from you. Okay. So within few days, I don't know how long from now. Okay, while waiting for those that want to raise their hands, you'll be having that in the all what we are discussing here. You'll be having it in your Bitcoin bounty area. So you come to Bitcoin bounty. So admin says that the partnership button and everything will be in such a way that people will be able to put their email address. So if I want to partner with Anoop for whatever, he's a merchant and I'm his sponsor or I'm training him or whatever, he's just going to put his email address. I'll just put his email address here and select the partnership agreement or what percentage or what amount of grains that will be coming to me. So we are going to find it very, very soon as the admin need to get the programmers working on it. And that is going to be awesome. That is going to be so, so awesome. And yeah, this is not only going to apply for the merchant Anoop, because like I was saying, we are training people all over the world who are not even our sponsors. They should be able to chip in something as we are helping them to grow, because at least we are giving them value. So there should be some compensation for giving them value. Because sometimes, Anoop, do you realize that people just feel that because you are a leader and you can train, so they just come to you. They want to wake you up at any time and look, I have this problem. Please, 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 can you help me with this problem?
Yeah.
You're having this kind of issue already.
Yeah, I'm working around the clock already.
Oh my God. So somebody just come, I know, please, I want you to train me. I tell you, I want you to just train me with this. No, that's not how it works. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, let's go into an agreement. How much are you going to partner with me as I start training you? So insert my email address there, and let's go into our partnership agreement.
Yeah, and then building on that, so in the broadcasters meeting today, we talked about Grant Cardone, right?
Right.
So I'm actually connected with a sales individual that has the same sales training as Grant Cardone, the same exact training that Grant Cardone had.
Wow.
And he's provided me access to that training. And so he actually joined the TBC community last week. But so he's provided me access with that training and is interested in setting up a partnership agreement with me where we offer that training to our entire TBC community, all the billion individuals that we'll be bringing on.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I think MBA's frozen real quick. I'll wait for him to come back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Yes.
Okay. I know it's frozen. I don't know.
I'm here. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll have that sales information, and it's high level sales information, you know. I have learned a majority of his information, and I do like what he has to teach. So we'll be able to offer that to the entire community, so the community can get that sales training, level up their skill sets, and really become a higher level closer. And you know, that's something that will be available to the community as well. I'm negotiating pricing with him and everything like that. I want to bring down the price as much as I possibly can. That way it's affordable to us.
And of course, if they can even accept some percentages in TBC, that'll be awesome too.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll talk to him about becoming a merchant for that program as well. But the thing I'm telling to him is, look, we're going to have a community of 1 billion individuals. You can literally create a $1 product, and that will be $1 billion for you.
Yeah, right.
And he recognizes that. So he's interested in, because right now to get that training from him directly, it's $12,500.
Wow.
That's what it costs. So I paid him in order to get that training initially.
Wow.
$12,500. Yeah.
That's what he paid. He's not saying that you guys will pay that amount. That's what he paid. All right. So
yeah,
don't get it twisted.
Yeah, that's what I paid to get access to the training. But I'm looking to bring the cost of that program under $500. That's ideal for me. That's my goal there.
All right. So yeah, because people are already asking how much. So yeah. So tell him he will have more advantages accepting some percentages in TBC. And I tell you, it will be another way for us to give value to our TBC. Pay for this and get some training and get more closing deals. So that is going to be awesome, I know.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. So we have Innocent. Innocent, are you here? I wanted to say something. Innocent, I don't know if you're still here. You can unmute. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning, TBC. Good morning, Ambassador. Congratulations for all your jobs. You make a good job in America. I'm very happy for that. Okay, Ambassador. You know, I'm very happy for this system. Those admin trying to put in our SCSI bill. You know, last week when I'm trying to make the training with the television, many of them thinking that it's their own code QR they're supposed to put to the shopping. I said no. Right. This is not your code QR. Is the code QR of the merchant.
Right.
Many of them said, why? Like 1,000 people will be restated under them.
Yeah.
who will receive the Bitcoin bounty?
Yeah.
They said, but the merchant didn't understand nothing. I have to job for him, but I received just the bounty coming from the merchant when you pay is the admin fee. I said, yes, this is only you're supposed to have, because this is the way you're supposed to work, because you cannot make like, you don't want to make trouble with the merchant, because the merchant like our foundation to make grow with the TBC. That's why this opportunity is for the merchant. Then when I received this information from the admin, I said that everything is resolved now. Admin are thinking, yes, everything is resolved now, because many leaders told me, Innocent, maybe you forget to inform that about this new big news coming from the admin. I said, yes, but I can say what admin said, but I cannot say what admin didn't tell me before.
Right.
I said that thank you very much to the admin. Thank you very much to the admin, because it solved everything to make our currency will become the very great and very important currency in the world. Thank you very much, Ambassador, and thank you very much for all leaders here.
You're welcome, Innocent. Innocent, I also know that you are in Ivory Coast, and as it stands right now, Ivory Coast is at the top of the town, if I might say so, because you guys have the highest number coming on board as far as the food subsidy centers are concerned. In the core team, you guys have above 700 people, and you guys are putting some strategy to see that you get 1,000 people as fast as possible. Can you share with us what is going on at that part of the country?
Okay, about our system or our strategy, we are trying to reorganize everything, because I said that we can build everything from nothing. This is possible, but because we have some things, we can try to organize those systems from now. You know, look at, we have 205,000 TBC accounts here in our country. Many of leaders, they are very strong because they have many accounts under them, but they didn't understand before how TBC working. That's why they make many mistakes. But from now, many of them, they are coming back because many of them, they said that TBC is not good, TBC is a scam. Now, many of them, they said TBC is very, very good. TBC is not a scam. TBC is working now. I said, it's not only thing you have to say now. because we are trying to build a very strong community from now. That's why I explained to the all leaders, the all holder leaders, but you have to active all your downline. We have to make them, each person, to explain to them that first time I was in the wrong way, but now I understand what is going on. But please be follow and be update your account. Like that, we'll finalize the distribution phase. But how to do it? We said that we have to accomplish or to make like 1,000 members in the core team. And before the end of this month, we will have a big meeting, like national meeting for all the leaders in the core team.
Right.
They will come to one place in Jacquesville, like in the hotel, and we will have a big meeting there. We'll explain all those the things working now in TBC, about the matching, about the code QR system now, about how we will grow our plan about the United for Food. All the systems are going together. We now have to understand how we can follow this way, and then we win. Based on the 1,000 persons, we will start a new plan to accomplish 20,000 persons in the rotator. This is our goal. Because to do that is very simple. I will ask for each each leaders in the core team, like 100 and 1,000 persons in the core team. You have to work seriously during the next 2 weeks coming. You have to find 20 persons in the billionaire program. They have to pay, even if is the 8 grain, but we have to pay the grain, because we're supposed to accomplish the 20,000 persons in the core team. This is very important. If we have it, like if we have such kind of a number of persons in the core team, we can try to manage all those 20,000 persons. Some of them, they're supposed to join absolutely the core team.
Right. This
is our plan we are trying to do. But we cannot like separate it like on the country like that. We have to join us together and have the same vision, have the same mission, and then we'll build very seriously our total group. And from that, admin can say that, okay, from now, because you accomplish your goal, 11,111 persons in the core team, and also you accomplish the 20,000 persons in the rotator. Now, admin can now start to move, because of us, admin cannot move. He want to start building the center,
right?
But because we cannot accomplish our goal, admin cannot move. If admin don't move, it's because of us. To let admin to move, we have to accomplish our goal. 1,111 persons in the core team, and also 20,000 persons in the rotator. If we work together like that, then admin will be so free. It will be free to work easily. Start working, start building everything, then we'll quickly to go directly to the economic phase. This is I was thinking now here in Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That is so fantastic. Congratulations to you guys over there.
Thank you.
But I tell you, with what we are putting together and the merchant, I tell you, Ivory Coast is not only going to be the only country right now. Wait for us. Anoop and I, we are coming, and some of the other people, wait for us. We are coming for you.
Yeah. I will be so happy for that, because when we work like that, make a challenge, a national challenge.
Let the challenge begin.
Yeah. Like that, admin will see that we are challenging him also, because he said that we're supposed to finish this before the end of this year. If we work like that, we can challenge admin. But
let the challenge begin. Yes, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, we have Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, want to say something? Hello, Dr. Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Ambassador and Good evening to the community. I don't know if you can hear me.
5 on 5.
That's great. So it's a great, very great training today. I want to congratulate the ambassador for the great work, very, very great work you're doing. And also Anoop is like a catalyst that has come to activate every person, and we can feel it and we can see it. So congratulations. And Brother Innocent from Cote d'Ivoire, I am happy for you, and I'm happy for the people in Ivory Coast for taking the lead. I will say keep it up. I like your plan. I like your strategy, and you guys unite, as it is called, United for Food. As you guys are uniting, you will surely make it.
Yep.
So keep it up, keep it up. And to the rest of the community, I just want to say that first and foremost, you can see that the Kringle community and TBC is very, 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 very dynamic. You know, most people just feel that when they know something, when they know about TBC or little one training, they know everything, they just abandon. You can see that development are coming up almost every day. You don't need to miss a meeting so that somebody else will come and tell you. You should make yourself available for everyone. And don't let your people feel that no, I'll go and listen and come and tell them. You know, that's why we have a lot of misinformation, because people cannot fully explain to people what is actually happening. So it's actually great. Now concerning the new I just look at myself and I say, okay, on this earth, actually, where do you get this kind of opportunity? You know, we have a project that shame on us if we fail. I don't know. You will not only answer to admin, answer to the human, you answer to God. If we have this kind of opportunity for humanity and we play with it. So the opportunity is just overwhelming. I just ask myself, when will it end? When will new opportunities end? You know, now bringing merchants, registering them under you is a great thing. Have much more getting commission from them. Okay, so it is awesome, and I want to appreciate the admin and everybody for this great initiative. So thank you very much. That's my own contribution.
Yeah, Dr. Mike, I know that you are in Cameroon, and we happen to be working together at one point in time. And also, I'm tempted to say that our cities in Cameroon might be undergoing some competition with all the things that we want to put in place. I know that you are in the center region, and I'm in the littoral region. And you also have another great team, your wife, and other people in the southwest region. I'm afraid, Dr. Mike, we might be having some national competition, you know. Dr. Mike, you want to unmute?
Of course. We have a very healthy competition that is happening among the community. And like my brother in Africa said, let the competition begin. It's a healthy competition.
Very healthy competition.
Yeah. You know, the food depot in a city is a turnaround for that city. It's a turnaround for that city, it's a turnaround for that nation, and it's a turnaround for the whole community. So let the competition intensify. Say that. Let it intensify in the US, let it intensify in Africa, in Cameroon, even in cities, let it intensify within the city. Which leader will bring it, you know, will be at the forefront of bringing this depot in your area, you know. And I see like admin indeed is a strategist. I was thinking of the admin today and I said, where did this one come from? It's like, it's not from this
full of ideas. Yeah.
I tell you, so this is it. This is it. I am working, and I feel like my work is probably from accomplishing some great things on the earth. You know, those of us who are free, I don't know if anybody will be in the community and begin to feel that I don't have a job. If only I had a job.
TBC alone is a job. Yeah.
That's a very stupid complaint, and it will show your ignorance and other things. So this is it, my brother, my sister, whoever is listening, the whole TBC community. This is it. This is it. We have a world changer event, activity, or a project in our hand. Let's go and get it. Well, we are coming strongly. You will only hear the news. We like results. We like to show results. All right. So watch out for us. We are coming.
You know what is very interesting here is that some people wake up one day and they realize that the rotator position is no more. That's what will happen one day. People just get up and you'll be like, I joined TBC 5 years ago. I joined this thing when it just started. I joined this one. Where were you, man? Where were you?
You know, Ambassador, it's not just the rotator. Things are happening now that is you know, the contract with the merchants. It's another thing. You know, even though I have a thought, which I don't know, admin is the strategies, he must know more. But I was thinking that if they can increase the partnership agreement time, you know, 1 month before you close your eye and open, some people may pay 1 month that month, and the next month 1 year. You know, now you've done your work for nothing, you know, or for very little. So maybe I'm sure admin is going to listen to this. What he says, I think, is good. But I think that if we can have a contract of a year, that's my suggestion, please.
Or you can always
negotiate with the owner.
Or if you're not more happy with the negotiation, you can always terminate your contract agreement.
Yes, because it's actually win-win.
Right.
I am benefiting because I'm working. So if you terminate the contract, I remove my hand from the work and you take over, isn't it? So, so even if it's a year, at least you don't need to come and worry the merchant every day. Get into your account, renew our account. You know, you know, and you know that it's something that you are ready to put in all your effort to build that business. You know, I have a strategy in my head that I think is going to work when we will start off our merchant building. Maybe when we set it up in subsequent programs, meetings, will be sharing our results.
Great. Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Mike. Appreciate your efforts. Despite your busy schedule, you always find time for TBC. I admire your passion for TBC, Dr. Mike.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we are still here, and it's time for you to ask any question that you are having difficulties. And of course, I'm also saying TBC professional. TBC professional, you are somebody that is bringing on a lot of merchants too in your community there in Dubai. I'm very sure that this is going to be a good opportunity for you to sign up thousands of merchants in Dubai, especially when there is a partnership agreement between you and the merchants. Hello, TBC professional.
Yes, right now I'm in KFC right now at the moment. 25% King L, 75% cash.
Boom! What's the name of the KFC? Woo!
25%.
So you better put the address. You better put the address so that. Interesting.
1 minute, guy. 1 minute. Just wait 1 minute. I'm just coming out because there is so much noisy.
Okay.
Yes. Because right now they have rule right now in Dubai. Without vaccination, you cannot travel. You cannot get the visa.
What?
You cannot make the renewing the visa. This is the problems right now. And I'm renewing my visa, and this is happening right now. 15th of May, they started this. And they have to push. They have to push. Without that, you cannot travel. You have to have certificate. Otherwise, that I cannot hear you clearly. Yeah, please go on. I'm
Yeah,
here.
we can hear you. Go ahead. It's okay. We can hear you.
I did not get the question of you invite me the question because there was so sound. That's why I did not get you.
Right,
Sorry.
right. I'm saying that with the partnership agreement that the admin is putting in place, hopefully that is going to permit you to sign up lots and lots of merchants in Dubai.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I do. Okay. Sorry, guys, because I have other people, because mentally I am just very tired and I'm getting, yeah. So, excuse me. Okay, please, I need TBC professional element for some purchase from Dubai. Yes. I got it here. Okay, I got it here. Look, I want to tell you something very important, especially in Dubai, Middle East. Let's say we have a restaurant here, Al Marfa restaurant. Al Marfa restaurant in Knife Road here in Dubai. I am negotiate with them like 50% Kingle, 50% cash. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, 50% Kingle, 50% cash. Because these people, they don't understand what is TBC, how it was working. I all explain them and they accept it right now. The system right now had been upgrading. This is fantastic, tremendous. I am just coming out to meet with him. Okay, this is the one. Second is Sharda restaurant, 30% Kingle, vegetarian restaurant in Dubai, 30% Kingle, 70% cash. Okay, the iPhone, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to admin so many documentation. Hopefully by tomorrow, on day after tomorrow, I'll send it to him, and everyone can see this. Also, I have IIC Gold. IIC Gold. I have a commitment with them. I have a contract with them. 5% Kingle, 95% cash. 10% Kingle, 95%, 90% cash. IIC Gold here in Dubai, you can see it. If you want to buy the gold, you can buy it because they are doing the wholesale and they are accepting that. It will be in the very soon. It will be in the blog. You can see that. I'm working very hard. The problem is at the moment in Dubai, I have, you know that very well, last 1 and 2 months ago, I told you that regarding, I have sit down with the higher level of the government level of the people in Dubai.
Right.
They do not understand that. They want as a second currency TBC, they want, there is so many things, license, so many different things. Then I said to them directly, look, this is our private society. This is the things. If you are this, then it's again. I said, look, we are negotiating. We are doing the only the merchant. We are doing them. We are bringing the merchant. We are giving negotiating with the people 30%, 10%, 50%, 15%, 60% Kingle, and rest of the amount of cash money. So if you are agree, then we are going to proceed. There is more than hundreds of different companies. They agreed with me, and you can see one by one. It will be in the blog. I can send it to admin. Professionally, everything, because I'm a Mr. TBC professional. I could do whatever I do. I can do it professionally. Also, I want to say something, ambidextrous. Salim is doing very well.
Wow.
I make 50% Kingle, 50% cash. The resident visa in Dubai.
Boom.
Yes. And it is already, I am starting here in, I have negotiated with the people. Here is so many people in Africa. They have, you know, visa problem. They cannot get the visa. They have fine, overstay. And I make it free because I have a good level of Arab level. I have got contact with them. I have negotiated with them to make it free. Make it free for our TBCN. We are working for the humanity. It was a really great news that, you know, there is an agreement for SEC rights. Right. I just print it out and show to the people, look, this is the umbrella of TBC. If you are not agree, if you want to arrest me, you can arrest me now, no problem. But this is our you know, umbrella of TBC. So when I show them, there is 2-3 guys, they are working for the ministry, and there is 2-3 guys, there are advocate, and they can see this. And they said, oh, this is really like that. I said, yes. Please read first of all. Read first of all TBC, and then you decide what to do, how to do, and if you are agree and you can do it. If not, no problem. We are not forcing to the people.
Mhm.
So right now the news is that you can see, guys, very soon everything will be in the blog, and you can see that update. And all the time I'm going to communicate with admin. And without admin permission, I'm not going to do anything. I love TBC. I love every one of you, and I want to give the service for the humanity, and I'm working on it. And I'm doing very hard work, and I have lots of big challenge last 2-3 months. It is, you cannot imagine that what is the challenge I'm suffering for. And I want to declare to every one of you that one thing: Mr. TBC professional is a unique person. Don't blame anybody that if I am doing something wrong, just talk to me face to face directly or in the mass adoption meeting. Don't blame me that I am taking money for the people and giving these bullshit things. Don't say anything to me about this, about to me. Talk to me directly. I have my email address. I can give it to you, my email address here in the mass adoption meeting. If you have any queries, just tell me directly, write it down into my email. So I can show you. And this is meeting is going on. I do not want to say right now too much thing because I'm outside. It's crowded right now.
Right.
I'm not feeling well because I'm out of the house. So MB Derek, I want to give you salute, brother. You are doing very good job. And I do not want to say thank you to our admin. Our admin is, for me, the admin is one of the best teacher. After my parents, admin is one of the respectable person for me.
Right.
I like him. I respect him. He's my best teacher. I'm always learning from him. And guys, listen to me very carefully. One thing I want to say something. Sorry, I'm taking 1 minute more. I'm so excited.
Right.
Because of the lockdown, Bangladesh, India, I don't know. I'm trying my best effort. I'm giving. I don't know. I'm not sure that core team 11,000, 1111. If a lockdown is not everywhere is open, they do not do it lockdown, I can make it myself 11,000, 1111 because of the lockdown, I cannot go out. I cannot do anything. So this is the make me little difficult, but I am not sitting down. I am going to move like as a tiger. Yes, I can do it. We can do it. India, Bangladesh will be coming one of the example countries, the whole world. Yes. We respect every one of our African brothers and Americans, all over the world who is humanity. We are working for the humanity, and we respect all of you. Please don't be jealous. We are brother, we are sister, we are one family. Please don't be jealous. Don't be bullshit. Don't say anything rubbish to us. Please. We love. If I have a mistake, just tell me directly, brother. Don't do this. Do it. We have to respect each other. Please come on down, guys. Our teacher always telling us, do it right way, please. We are working for the humanity. So try to understand, guys. This is my special request to you. I salute to everyone. I salute to every one of you, please. If you have any mistake, please come to us, directly tell me, so I'll give you the answer. We have to respect each other, please. I love you all, guys. Thank you very much.
Great.
God bless. I love you, admin. I love and respect all the time. And every one of you. Also, Mr. TBC champion from Bangladesh. Every one of them, they are doing very good work. Thank you.
Great contribution, Mr. TBC professional, guys. That is Mr. TBC professional from Dubai, and he is doing some great job there in Dubai. You'll be having his email address from in the chat. If you want to contact him directly, get to his email address, and he'll be talking to you. Okay. We also have Ulay Bertin. Ulay Bertin, you want to say something, Bertin? You can unmute. Bertin. We have Ulay Bertin. All right, we have Temondayo Israel. So you can unmute there, Israel. Israel, are you there? Unmute. Okay, we also have Islam. Is Islam?
Yes, good evening, sir, and Anup sir.
Hello.
And our TBC professional. Are you hearing all?
Yes.
Good evening, all members of TBC family and all over the world. I am a TBCan and I love TBC. That's why I'm working from Bangladesh. I have joined last 2 months and I have 10 members till. So
Wow.
there is some also situation of lockdown in Bangladesh, but also we are trying our best level. But I want to share one thing. If we get the daily needs product by using the TBC, it will be better opportunity for all over the world.
Right.
Suppose Mr. TBC professional told we can buy mobile, gold, whichever land or visa like that. But India and Bangladesh, all the people are not very rich. This is mid-level people. And from Bangladesh, uponbangladesh.com, he is giving some product like equipments like rice cooker, pressure cooker, and like this. So if we can get the opportunity for daily needs products, right, like rice, foods, and other things, then it will be very easier to distribute or marketing very fastly and quickly. So I am requesting to all leaders and TBC professional, Anup sir, you also, and by regarding with our admin sir, if
Right.
possible, try to utilize some daily needs product by using the TBC. Then we can grow up our community very fastly and quickly. That's all,
Right.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Great. We also have a lot of merchants in Bangladesh. Do you also know about the aponzom.com, which is also a merchant that is there in Bangladesh that accepts up to 50% in TBC? Do you know this merchant? Do you know this merchant?
Yes, sir, I know.
Yeah, I think he accepts up to 50% in TBC, kitchenware, and they have a whole lot of things that you might want to try then. And that's just one of them, okay? That's just one of the things that you can buy with some percentages in TBC there in Bangladesh. So have you tried them? Have you tried to shop here with some percentage in TBC? Hello, Islam? Can you hear me? Yeah, so this is, for those of you who are in Bangladesh, guys, this is already a shop in Bangladesh. They're online.
Yes, sir, I know, sir. I know Mr. Upon Bangladesh, and here is some equipment for kitchen and rice cooker, pressure cooker, glass set, or like this. But I'm requesting to add rice, oil, and sugar, like this, which is our daily needs. It's
All
better
right.
for us for using daily needs product.
Of course.
That's all, sir.
Great. I think he's here. He's also hearing that. He might also add daily needs products with time. Okay, let's support him and give him the chance that in a very short period from now, he can add that. So he's here and he's hearing that. So probably he's going to work on that. And why not also work on getting our food subsidy centers open in Bangladesh? Islam, do you know about our food subsidy center that will be open in Bangladesh, that will be open all over the world very soon?
Yes, sir, I hear, but not yet established in Bangladesh.
So
we are waiting for the golden time of TBC.
No,
and,
don't wait. Listen. That is a problem here. Everybody is waiting. If TBC professional stays and is waiting, if Anup stays and is waiting, if I stay and I'm waiting, what will happen next? Nothing will ever happen. So we need to put in our energy together and make it happen. Nobody should wait. I have a plan to sign up at least 100 people per day. That's a plan I'm working now, to put my merchants and get 100 people sign up. That will inspire many people to get their own 100 people sign up. So Islam, listen, we don't have to wait for miracle to happen. All of us are supposed to unite, put our energy together and get this thing done, and all of us enjoy together. Not one person.
Yes.
You understand? So don't say you're waiting for the golden time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time. The golden time is now. Action. That's the golden time.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Very good. Let's do it. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
So just get 1,000 people in Bangladesh, and before you know it, boom, food subsidy center in your area, all your daily needs problems will be solved.
Yep. And to put things in perspective, so so I don't know how many of you know about things like Instagram. It's similar to Facebook, but a little bit different. But on Instagram, there are people that basically individual sellers, individual distributors that sell brand name products, like even things like Gucci, PlayStations, Nike shoes, all those kind of brand name products. They sell them on Instagram to their community, to their followers. And they essentially have connections with distributors of those products to sell those products to their followers. Now, establishing them as a merchant is far easier than going to Nike itself and turning Nike into a merchant.
Yeah, right.
So I'm working on networking with individual resellers of products who have brand name products and creating merchant deals with those individuals. That way you'll be able to get brand name products, like PlayStations, video games, all that kind of stuff, Nike shoes, brand name clothes, fashion designer clothes, all that kind of stuff at some level of TBC participation. Because that way you don't have to work through the corporate company, you can work through the individual. So that's a way around that too. And, that's something that's on the way. Once that gets established, you'll be able to buy most brand name things with TBC, maybe 10%, to start. But, that's 10%, that's significant. So that's kind of coming, so for people who are waiting and just kind of sitting and hoping for things to happen and stuff like that, things are on the way, but you got to seize the opportunity that's available to you right now. 2-3 months from now, you're not going to have that same opportunity anymore, just in 2-3 months.
Right. Yeah, very correct. Anoop, great contribution. All right, guys, we have a few more minutes to go, and we'll be taking another 1 or 2 persons. Let's hear from Ike Kupo.
Hello, Mbe. Hello, Tibishans. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you. Hello.
Mbe, that name is pronounced Ike. Ike. I-Y-K-E. Ike.
Ike.
Yes, Ike. Like
Sorry
I
about
that. Ike. Yes.
Right.
Okay, so I was just the Aponzon guys. If you go to their site, the prices are a bit confusing. You just see TDK or something like that. Can they specify for this item, for instance, how much in Kringles and how much in USD? That will make better sense.
Right.
Thank
I
you.
think they are here. They are listening to you. They should be able to specify that. And I'm not too familiar with the language and their currency. That's for Bangladesh community. You mean for the Bangladesh community, right?
Yes.
That website. Okay. Yeah. They should be listening.
Yes, so that those prices can be clearer.
Yes. Yes.
If they can say, okay, for let's say electric iron, for instance, maybe 3 Kringles and then 10 USD, something like that. It will help.
Right. Yeah, correct. Okay, they're getting you, Ike. So
yes, you got it right this time around.
They should be able to get that corrected, or maybe put it for the community to understand exactly how it works. Any other thing you want to ask?
From my end, that will be all for now. I just want to congratulate Mr. TBC Professional. He seems to be doing a lot in the midst of the COVID lockdown. Right. I really want to commend him for his efforts.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. All right, let's go with Mr. TBC Champion. TBC Champion. Hello. Mr. TBC Champion, unmute. This is Mr. TBC Champion. Can you unmute now? Oh my God, try to unmute again.
To open the, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
you are our sound. You are our you are you are our you are our courage because you are giving us very tremendously encouragement each and every day up to Monday to Friday. Okay,
Right.
so Mr. Edmin, and our new angels, Mr. Onuf, and my one and only upline, Mr. Emdadullah Basha, the TBC professional, and all of the guy are here, the TBCN. All of you, I salute and Eid Mubarak. Because we are completing our great holy Eid al-Fitr. That's why I said all of you guys Eid Mubarak again. So I'm giving here a very small speech today. Especially I came here to salute and uh, compliments to Mr. Onuf to join us as a new angels. I mentioned here he is the angels of the TBC. So I'm here now. I'm in Dubai. I'm working very hard, and especially I saw, and I'm with Mr. TBC professional doing here uh, very laborious steps to develop our TBC ourselves. And inshallah, very soon I will introduce the Larumal online for the TBC world, especially for Bangladesh, India, Dubai, and anywhere in the world. Already my promotion is going down from the Laru Mall. If you buy the iPhone 50% single, 50% cash, and especially my group of company, one of the great real estate project in Bangladesh, the Dubai City, Dhaka, Urbachal, going on the 50% single, 50% cash. There is a plot. So I'm here. I sincerely invite all of you guys here to get the resident visa apartment in Dubai, iPhone 7, also gold also from Laru Mall. So I'm here. I'm doing very. I'm the TBC champion. Last 1 year before I started in work in TBC, and I'm doing my business in Bangladesh. But for COVID-19, maybe last 3 months I suffered, and I'm also doing my TBC work in Dubai. That's why I was in the some challenges. But from yesterday, I started my team in Bangladesh are doing very good result within very short time, and I'm taking the actions. I'm taking the responsibility to become very much people are getting the core team member. Inshallah, I and Mr. TBC professional will do that very soon and show that very soon. So especially I announced here and already I write down here, I am agree in Bangladesh and Dubai to get the distributorship from Mr. Onuf, especially Onuf is introducing very recently. I'm missing him. Today I introduced with him and I'm seeing he's walking on the road. So his get up, his face and his attitude will say that he will do some more thing for TBC for the TBC world. So I'm with him and I'm agree to get the distributorship to do very tremendous business for TBC world in future and not in future from today. So my humble request to all of you, please, this is the right time. This is the golden time to study TBC, to learn TBC, to do TBC. If you are missing the core team membership, you will missing your great opportunity in the TBC life. So thank you for giving me great time, most valuable time, Mr. Derek. I pray you will live long to encouraging us Thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Appreciations. Thanks so very much, TBC champion. Okay, we have another person, Fabienne. Fabienne, please try to put on your sound. Okay, your sound is not on, Fabienne. And of course, we also have our dear friend, Gina.
Hello, Mbe. Hello, Anoop. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi.
So I have a
Hello, Gina.
question.
Okay.
When you were talking about what the admin's trying to do with the merchants and the Bitcoin bounty.
Right.
So my question is, I don't know if this is for Anoop or Mbe or whoever can answer, is if we're doing that there on that side, can we still do the thing you were talking about, Anoop, with the partnership with the merchants, you know, where we do the split of whether it's, you know, 60-40 or 75-25 as well?
That's the same thing we're talking about. It's so basically what admin did is he took that information I was talking about and he's creating an automated system for us where it'll automatically handle everything. All we have to do is just input the actual participation rates, and then everything from that point on will be entirely automated. So it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, but we still negotiate ourselves personally with the merchant what that is going to be. We just have to put it into the system.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically you would negotiate with the merchant, and then whatever you agree upon is what you'd input into the backend system.
Correct.
Wow. So
Yeah,
it's going to be automated. That's going to make it a lot easier for us.
Yeah, because when somebody just pay, while he's receiving his own part of it, your own automatically comes to your account.
So then that's awesome, because then we don't have to worry about, because one of the things I know was mentioned there, and because somebody else had brought it up, is, well, let's say we negotiate that with them, but they don't hold true to it and give us our part.
Yeah, sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very difficult when the money has already entered his pocket, right? So it becomes like,
right, and they don't want to let it go.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's awesome to hear that. Wow. Wow. Boy, this admin is just, he's such an amazing man to me, and such a genius. And I feel so blessed to have been fortunate enough to come across this.
We are so
I think
blessed.
this has been a huge blessing for me and, you know, my family and friends when they, you know, come along and see, hey, you know, she wasn't joking. This is like real. You know, so I'm really excited, and I'm just so blessed. Thank you, Mbe. Thank you, Anoop. Thank you to the admin, you know, that you're out here doing all this and blessing lives. And we got to get on this. This is massive.
Right.
Be a blessing to bless others.
Right. So thank you so much, Gina. Really appreciate you. All right, Anoop, maybe one last thing before we go.
I'm actually walking to the bank right now to cash out some commissions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, amen.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm doing right now.
This is so sweet. I wish we were still live so that we could actually see this live, you catching out some commission. But anyway, we shall put an eye on your YouTube channel. Probably you put some video there for us, you know, and we'll see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Anoop. Really appreciate your contribution. In fact, you are a catalyst, you know, you are a catalyst, Anoop.
Yeah.
For those who understand chemistry, you should know what catalyst means. And we also have Emmanuel from Sweden, who is also one of my co-hosts. Emmanuel, how are you? And you want to say something before we go? One last word from you?
Well, just thank you. Every single day we are achieving a lot of energy and a lot of positiveness. So we will just go. We will never stop. It's never late to be to join the TBC. So thank you from me.
You're welcome, Emmanuel. Great appreciations, and I want to thank all the leaders here all over the world. And I want to appreciate you all for being here, supporting this training and inviting more people. to see that we reach our desired objectives. If you actually miss this training, guys, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you are going to have the recording of this training right there, okay? And share this training to your people so that they actually understand where we are going. We have a lot of people sitting on mountain of bounties, and they don't even know that they are sitting on mountain of bounties. If you go to the blog, you see people that they are actually waking up and realizing that they have money in their accounts. Meanwhile, they were just sitting there without knowing what is happening. So it's always important to follow up our training and follow up with your accounts and see that you are on track, okay? That being said, we want to also wish admin a quick recovery. We believe that tomorrow he's going to be strong for us and join us again in our usual mass adoption training. If you're just coming in, the keyword of the day was system. System is the keyword of the day, okay? And this is it today, guys. Maybe our take-home message, since our admin is not here and it's Monday, I think we should just say, we should just tell the admin, be strong, admin. Let's send a message to admin. Be strong.
Strong admin. Strong admin.
Yeah.
Admin.
Admin, be strong.
Be strong. We need you here.
Be strong, admin. Strong, admin. Right. Bye-bye.
Strong admin.
Yeah.